We are back for more raiding of the DOJ, or at least I am. Cass is here, but she's still on her trip, so she'll be a little quiet. She's on a different headset.
Actually, no, I'm on the same headset, so I don't know why it's being weird.
Could be an audio driver thing. I'm not exactly sure. I have to look at it. Call her a bitch. You're a bitch.
Damn it. Damn it.
She got hit by the concept of a bus? Maybe. I forgot to put an announcement about the giveaway on Firebot. It's okay. It's fine. Medium-sized blasphemios. Okay, yeah, you're getting banned. Over on the Kick chat, we got another bot. I'm gonna go ban them. Give me a sec. Ban. I really gotta get a bot set up for Kick. I keep forgetting, but I'm just so busy getting this model work done. Ooh. And I think Payday crashed? I think Payday crashed. Beauty.
I was about to ask you to stream on Discord.
I guess we're gonna have 2 days in a row of just really bad technical issues.
Gotta love it.
Cool, I can't even find my mouse. Hello? What the hell? What the hell happened? I alt-tab one time and it breaks.
It works. It just works.
I feel like I'm playing Skyrim over here. I swear to God. Like release day Skyrim on the original Xbox 360.
Amazing.
Just sounds of me in the background fucking digging through my computer.
Also, Lothric looks really fashionable today.
Yeah, he's got a new sweater.
He's got an you got what is it? Does it have anything cool on it?
He's got a little reindeer on it.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's just a deer, but I mean, it's basically a reindeer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's peak fashion, sweaty. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know it, man.
No, I genuinely cannot find my mouse. It is not visible on my screen at all.
Oh, what ass.
This is actually kind of wild how bad this is. I haven't had a crash that just completely frozen shit like this before. Like things are still streaming. Like Discord is still working and shit. I genuinely cannot get my mouse to show up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
And I can hear you on stream too.
And now Task Manager doesn't want to show up because it's on probably on that screen.
Gotta love it.
Okay. I've got solutions for this. It's all good. Where is...
I do in fact have spurs.
Don't worry, folks. We will get this sorted right quick.
You finna do it.
There we go. Now my mouse is visible again. I got Payday to fuck off and close finally. Maybe that's my request. That could be my request to Starbreeze if they really are gonna keep supporting Payday 2 by having this new team take it over. Maybe they could finally add a windowed full screen mode, so alt tabbing doesn't completely break Windows.
Well, it's just crazy that it's still, like, I mean, the game is fucking how old?
2013 came out.
Yeah, so over 10 years old.
I have arranged for
And
your
the
former
fact that,
colleague
like,
to have a retrial.
modders have
However,
basically had
this
to fucking
trial is a
take up the
farce.
slack. I think that's
It
the
is an excuse to
I
get
think
him
that's
into
the
a
main
position.
reason why. Because they're like, man, modders are really doing our job for them. I think it would be probably criminal if we didn't pay them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, granted, that's how Bethesda sees it too. But the problem is that Bethesda's like, how can we charge people for mods that are worse than the mods that our community creates?
Honest.
Fuck, that was some explosion.
The Virgin Bethesda versus the Chad Larian.
Yeah, honest.
Don't know what they was thinking, though.
You know, and that's one thing too. You know, I shit on. Well, not that bad. I don't really shit on Mojang that bad, but they basically like. I do think that Bedrock Edition of Minecraft is a fucking scam. I don't like the way they've monetized shit. But I do like the fact that they've made it their policy that you're not allowed to monetize mods. Or put them behind a paywall. I think that's a really, really good thing. It's really weird because it means that, like, basically their viewpoint is only they're allowed to monetize their bullshit. But I understand they gotta make money. Like, they gotta try and make money somehow. But
Yeah.
I would have a better way of doing it than the way that they do it.
Yeah, like, I would not touch Bedrock with a fucking 10-foot pole.
I played it just so I could try the RTX on it when I got an RTX card. That was it.
Uh-huh.
Dragon Ball Craft really throws you for a loop, though.
What?
Yeah, I think it's like an official mod pack from Mojang.
Awesome. That's great.
They've done some, like, because they did a Star Wars partnership too at one point with Bedrock Edition. I don't think it actually added any, like, content. It just added, like, textures and skins, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm too lazy to research fucking Bedrock Edition because I'm too busy still modding 1.20 version of Minecraft.
Amazing.
Gotti.
So yeah, for those who don't know, I am currently at my dad's place for Thanksgiving and whatnot. And my God, it's just every single time I come here, it's like a breath of fresh air.
In what sense?
Well, because like I was talking with my family about politics and stuff, and I actually felt like I could be open and honest with how I felt.
Yeah, I got into a argument with my family this morning about politics. So.
Oh God, what happened? If you're willing to share.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about, I don't even remember exactly how the conversation started, but it got onto the topic of Charlie Kirk, and, because I was, yeah, I do remember how it got there. I was talking about how we were talking about that woman who was trying to defend, like, trying to defend Epstein and stuff and say, oh, well, he wasn't into 8-year-olds, he was into 15-year-olds and stuff like that, and...
Ew.
Yeah, it was gross, and it's disgusting. And my parents were considering, you know, canceling their Sirius subscription because this woman's on Sirius Radio, and unless they, of course, deplatform her. And I'm like, I mean, I would be in a pretty tough situation there because you obviously get a lot of value out of the Sirius radios, and canceling it over one person I wouldn't really be down for, I don't think, necessarily.
Yeah.
As much as I am a hater, and people think I'm just really cynical at everything. I do have kind of like stages to it. I do kind of space it out like value proposition type thing, but I also am just not really in favor of necessarily deplatforming someone for saying something that I disagree with. Like, if she wants to say weird shit like that and make herself look like a fucking pedo defender, well, actually be a pedo defender, that's kind of on her. And I mean, I think it's disgusting, but I wouldn't want her silenced for doing it because it's only going to radicalize her more. It's never going to make, but at the same time, it's like you're not really going to change their mind if you can't provide some kind of consequences. I wouldn't, if I was running a network, I probably wouldn't want someone like that on my platform, but, at the same time, it is tricky because of the First Amendment.
Yeah.
But it led to this whole fucking argument about the Jimmy Kimmel situation with Charlie Kirk, and how, because I disagree with him being deplatformed. But then my stepdad was saying, oh, well, people were trying to get people fired over saying things as benign as Jimmy Kimmel said. I'm like, no, they weren't. Like, maybe there were some, but I don't condone that either. I'm saying that people, like, if you're going to work, and a person that you work with is talking about how is celebrating the death of a person assassinated for having an opinion, then like I would feel unsafe around that person because who knows, maybe they want me dead too, or if they're promoting the killing of someone like someone for a political disagreement. I wouldn't feel comfortable working around them either. Now, granted, I might not try to get them fired. I'd probably just quit and go somewhere else, or tell them straight up, that's fucked up, and you make me uncomfortable. I don't want to work with you. But my stepdad was making the argument that well he was condoning the deaths of people for owning guns, like we gotta defend our right to have guns, and that's I'm okay with people dying if that's what it takes. And I'm like,
nobody said it at all.
He was saying that and I was like, he wasn't saying that he's okay with those deaths. He's saying that it's part of the reality we live in, that we're never going to get the gun deaths to zero, even if we banned guns. Like we want to. That's the ideal situation, and he'd prefer that nobody is killed. Unless it's like an act of self-defense, but that's like there'd be less need for acts of self-defense if more people did have guns. To be honest, but he wasn't saying that he was okay, like he was condoning gun violence. He was saying he was against it. He hated it. He wanted armed guards at schools and stuff. And my sister was like, he's not, if he's really against it, then why wasn't he doing anything about it? If Republicans are really against the gun violence, why aren't they doing anything about it? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like and it just got into this whole big discussion, and I'm like, bro, like, I don't agree with most of the things that Charlie Kirk stood for. I just don't. But I also don't agree with killing him because I disagree with him. And I'm not going to sit here and misrepresent the things that he said, because he was equating it to vehicles, right? It's like, we own vehicles, even though they're dangerous machines that kill more people per year in the U.S. than guns do. So it's like, he was saying that as a society we accept that this is a useful tool, but it does come at the cost of some people losing their lives, whether it's accidents or negligence or whatever it is. We accept that that's part of the price to pay for the convenience of owning vehicles. I don't know why I'm still I just on autopilot here. I'm still fucking unlocking doors. Anyways, but that was the thing, and it like I don't even know what argument he was trying to make anymore, because I'm just like, this is the stupidest shit. Like
Yeah.
he kept trying to say that are you, like, because when I was talking about like what Charlie Kirk was actually saying, he was like, well, are you interpreting what he was saying? I'm like, you're interpreting what he's saying as something other than what it was. You're missing all the context and just saying that just straight up he was evil. He wanted people to die in schools and like get shot to death in schools. I'm like, that's just not. It's just not. It's such a misrepresentation of the things he said. Like, there's plenty of reasons to hate Charlie Kirk. It's like the Trump thing. My parents constantly regurgitate shit that people claim Trump said that he didn't say, and it's like, dude, there's plenty of valid reasons to hate Trump. Why do you have to keep regurgitating fake ones? I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's really stupid. Like, it's like the stuff with BBC, right? Like, they got in huge fucking hot water because they were fucking completely chopping up videos of what Trump was saying and making him look bad and basically like making fucking propaganda.
Well, lads,
And it's
thanks
like,
for breaking me out, but I shouldn't have been there.
it just boggles my mind.
There's
And
the
like
entrance.
with the Kirk
Don't-
stuff too, like I was talking with my family about that, because I told them, you know, like I had to basically like cut people out. I mean, I had to basically unfollow and block people on different things, right? Because like I do not condone celebrating fucking political violence. It's a terrible thing. This is not a win. This is not a win, guys. An innocent man was fucking killed in front of his family and in front of the world. That's not a good thing. That's horrible.
Yeah.
And like I told them about how like I was subjected to basically seeing the video, and even though it was a fucking like a censored version of the video, it traumatized me. It's horrible. Like
That's not
it
something
was
anybody
basically a
should have to see.
snuff film. No, it was basically a fucking snuff film that was fucking passed around on Twitter.
Well, and my parents were also like, my mom was like got really mad too, and she was making the argument like, well, you know, kids should be able to go to school without having to worry about whether they're going to get shot up. And I'm like,
Yes.
sure, but like, that's never going to be the reality we live in. The thing is, I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we already invented guns. Like, guns exist now. That's what it is. Like, violence is already a thing. We can't eliminate it from the world. It'll always be there. So we should
It's the same
prepare
thing
our
with
children for the reality that they've been born into, that we brought them into without their fucking consent. Like, we have to prepare them for it. So what's wrong with having armed guards at a school? Like, there was a fucking constable at my school who had a fucking gun. And my mom's like, well, because it would distract them from their work, because they'd be terrified that there's a gun there. Like, what are you talking about? Like what kid is just inherently scared of firearms? Like, what are you talking? Like maybe someone who's been fearmongered to death, but like, kids are just being kids doing their thing. They don't think about that. It's like, yeah, but they make them run drills in case there's an active shooter. I'm like, they make us run fire drills too. Like,
Earthquake drills. Like I had earthquake drills in fucking school.
yeah, we had fucking nuke drills at one point. Like, what are we talking about? Like, this is like, but it's just such an adult thing. They shouldn't have to be exposed to that. But they're going to have to be exposed to it at some point in their lives. Like, what?
It's just preparing for a fucking worst case scenario, you know? And like
I mean, these are the same people that put their daughter in karate so that she'd be able to defend herself in case something happened. And it's like, did that distract her from her studies? Like, I just don't know what the fucking logic is here. The thing is that guns exist, violence exists, and there are bad people out there. I went to school in downtown Edmonton, in one of the worst neighborhoods in the city. I was constantly in fear that there was going to be some crazy homeless guy do something stupid and ridiculous. When I was an adult, I lived 5 blocks from that school. And that was where I woke up one morning to a forensics unit blocking off the whole street because somebody got fucking murdered outside the cop shop next door to my apartment. Like, I'm sorry, but like that's just like it's not like I go outside every day not fearing for my life, but because I live in Canada. Like, dude, I don't think about it constantly, but I know that my life is always at risk no matter what I'm up to or where I'm at.
Murphy's Law, right? Murphy's Law or whatever.
Yeah, like, you know, maybe I'd get Donnie Darko'd. I don't fucking know. Hella unlikely, but you know, it could happen. But you know, I'm definitely more at risk if I go out in public where there's other people, especially given the sort of the history I have with the people I've known IRL who really don't like me because I don't know, white, because I'm opinionated, because I didn't like Metroid Other M. I don't fucking know. Like I've had a lot of weird disagreements with people because someone implied that I was into bestiality, and I implied they were into pedophilia, and it was all in character, and it pissed them off, and they've held a grudge against me ever since. Like, dude, there's tons of shit like that, and these are the type of people who would celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk and like oh yeah, we should be killing more of these people. Oh, we should kill Nazis, and it's like, well, what do you define as a Nazi? Oh, well, right-wing people, they're all Nazis. And I'm like, no. If they're non-violent, you shouldn't be killing them. I'm just saying.
Well, and, like, that kind of gross over-generalization is what led to his death in the first place. And, like, I mean, I have a really... It really sucks that, like, I cannot be honest with, like, some members of my family about that kind of stuff. Because, like, I mean... It's like, you know, I have members of my family who, if I said some stuff that was, like, you know, pretty centered, I would be like, oh, so you believe in this and this and this. I'm like, no, that's not what I said at all. You're jumping, you're fucking brancheting to conclusions there.
Yeah, doing a half gainer. Conclusions.
Yeah, don't pull a muscle, dude.
Well, it's like you know, sometimes you gotta ask people, like, dude, did you get your fucking running shoes on to make a reach that far? Like, Jesus Christ. You stretch first? Like, fuck. Good lord, gonna strain something.
Yeah, well, it's just silly because, you know, like, just political violence is fucking terrible, and we should not be celebrating it because I honestly think nobody wins in that situation. It's horrible. Like, an innocent man fucking lost his life. Like, his wife and his fucking kids have to basically come to that realization. And it's not good. And it's like, I was talking to my dad about it, and he told me, he's like, yeah, I wish more people were like you, that, like, had, you know, a fucking good head on their shoulders, basically. And I'm like, yeah, I do too, because we have people that just are filled with fucking either apathy or are filled with hatred, like actual hate, and think it's totally good and a fucking dub for this shit to happen, and it's disgusting. And like, I don't want to really associate myself with people who are like that. That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the what's really insane to me is that people on the right had been warning about this kind of thing happening years ago. Back in 2016, people were warning about this kind of thing happening because they're like, you're calling everyone a Nazi because, you know, they like, maybe they don't want to make a cake for a gay couple because it's against their religion or whatever. So you call them a Nazi and you diminish the meaning of the term, and then it makes it radicalizes people. Makes everything look, you know, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, right? Like it's that kind of thing. You just like, you just generalize, you just call it, and that's but the ironic thing is that that's exactly what the Nazis did. It's like you dehumanize people by, you know, applying, you know, labels to them or whatever, if they have certain opinions, and it becomes a series of purity tests, and it gets worse and worse and worse until something like the Charlie Kirk situation happens. And the thing is like, and I said this when the Charlie Kirk situation first came out, like when we first did a stream right after it happened. I was talking about how, you know, this kind of political violence is not okay from either side. But what's going to happen if you do shit like this is that you're going to piss people off and start a civil war. And if you do that, you're going to lose the civil war, because the people on the right will win it. They're the ones that are armed in the first place.
Yeah.
They're going to win. And you don't want them to win. I don't want them to win. Because despite what people think, I mean, granted, I'm sitting here being, like, this morning I was sitting there being yelled. I mean, being yelled at is a bit of an exaggeration, but people are raising their voices at me and getting heated in this discussion we were having this morning. And, you know, my stepdad is raising his voice, getting frustrated with me. And this is the guy who thought I was right-wing in the first place. Like, bro, you don't know shit. You actually think I'm right-wing. You don't know anything about me or what I believe in. And I think that, like, maybe the best way is to probably establish what we actually each believe, because it like fundamentally, not get into the nuance or you know, tricky parts of it, because it's not like it's not that's where you get kind of lost in the weeds, and you kind of lose focus on the real matter at hand, and that's kind of how things escalated, I think, this morning. But it's like how am I supposed to take anything you say seriously when I didn't watch Charlie Kirk, I didn't listen to Charlie Kirk, I didn't give a shit about any of his stances on anything, but I had to. Yeah. I had to go and listen to his podcast and start watching debates with him and interviews with him and stuff, so I could understand the guy, so I could debunk all the bullshit my parents kept fucking spreading. That was just straight up false.
But they didn't even do this on either. They just kind of seem to parrot things that they hear. Mm-hmm.
Well, and I get it. Not everybody has the time to research this shit. It's hard to sift through, especially with how the federal government had been interfering in social media and internet stuff to prevent people from being able to find out things on their own. Like,
which I'm disgusted by.
Yeah, straight up articles that I had read in the past have now been scrubbed from the internet, because they didn't go with the fucking narrative or whatever. And it's like, I don't even know what the narrative is supposed to be half the time. Like, obviously there's certain things that are obvious, but sometimes they'll hide things that, like, I don't think were that important. Like, notable, certainly, but not, like, you know, game-changing or whatever. And to the fact that, like, YouTube straight up admitted to censoring people based on some unknown set of rules given to them by the Biden administration is absolute insanity. And the fact that, like, it was just kind of glossed over and people didn't really talk about it. It's like, so
but we need to talk about
your government literally pulled a 1984 on you and you're just fine with it?
Oh, but because I guess it's Biden, it's fine. But if it was Trump, people would actually be raising hell.
Well, because, you know, when Kimmel got censored, suddenly everybody did raise hell. And it's like, where was this energy for the other shit that happened? Like, what? Mm-hmm. Well, it's harder to blame a specific group, because it's YouTube, who's, like, become a faceless, soulless corporation that's out of reach to the common person. And, you know, and you know, it's not one big specific figure that you know, had a very public censoring. It was a bunch of smaller people who were fighting against this fucking mess of lies and propaganda. It's like, fuck, man. And the more this shit goes on, and the more this shit comes out, the more my 1984-esque aesthetic for this channel right now is really, really becoming a more and more of a fucking just brilliant choice.
Yeah, honest.
And the fact that you straight up said 1984 when I was showing you one of the preview shots, and you're just like 1984 type beat, and I'm just like, that is like, it wasn't even like, I've never seen, I never read 1984 or seen any of the adaptations or anything, but I know the premise, of course, and so it was on some level intentional, but yeah, the aesthetic was just like, I'll just do what I think makes the most sense for a dystopian, fucked up situation. Heavily inspired by Cyberpunk as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know that there's a movie. I've never seen the movie. I think I've only read the book. I've seen clips from it maybe, but there's a movie of it made with I think John Hurt.
Hmm.
I think it's John Hurt who plays the main character in it, and I've been wanting to watch it. So if you want to watch it at some point, if Twitch would allow us, we could fucking react to it on stream. That'd be funny. I don't know if that would actually be cool, but...
Probably not, but... I mean, the closest thing I've seen to, like, a 1984 type thing in, like, movies was, I saw Brazil years ago. Pretty good. Definitely more, metaphorical, I guess. It's just sort of out there in terms of its presentation and its theming and stuff. It's all very symbolic and a little bit like pushing into like absurdist, and it's fun. It's a haunting movie, but it's also fun. I should probably kill the captain now that he's here, or at least kill his weebs.
Get him.
I'm like Luffy, guys. I'm fighting the system. I'm like Luffy. I'm in One Piece. The One Piece is real.
Can you take me higher?
Okay, Cash Patel counter, go.
There will be accountability.
Hit it.
There we go. They aren't giving up yet.
There will be accountability.
Why do you account for these nuts? Sorry.
There will be accountability.
God damn it again, Cash Patel with your garbage. I just got flashbanged by Ratface Patel.
Oh no.
Well, and that's one thing that's definitely frustrating too, is like, I mean, you know, my parents don't really try to connect with me at all. Like, I mean, it's not like they entirely don't try, but it's like my parents aren't really the type to like actually listen when I talk. They just kind of listen to respond rather than listening to understand. And I mean, we're all guilty of it. We all have our moments with it. But I think in general, I'm trying to like figure out what they stand for, what they believe in, that kind of thing. Although there's a lot of times where I have to like sift through the bullshit of just things that they regurgitate that's just not true. So that I can, because like half the time I can't even get to a point where they make a point about anything because they're too busy fucking spreading misinformation. I'm just like, God, dude. Like the fact that my parents still watch Rachel Maddow is bonkers to me.
Oh my god.
Well,
it's like how my family watches fucking NBC 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, guys, this is not good. This is bad.
Yeah, the people that straight up have been caught lying so many times and don't publish retractions or anything like that, like.
Nope. And ironically, are not held accountable.
Yeah, well, and it's ridiculous because it's like, you know, they're going off about like, oh well, you know, they censored Jimmy Kimmel, but suddenly, like, it's okay when a woman defends pedophilia on the air or whatever, and I'm like, the Jimmy Kimmel thing was wrong, and I agree with that, and I've never debated that like whether that was right or wrong. The only thing was, like, when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know how much I believe this. I gotta hear what he actually said. So I didn't comment on it because that's how I am. Whenever someone tells me something, I research it before I comment on it because I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how true it is, right?
Yeah.
It's not that I don't trust people. It's that I don't trust the media that anyone watches. I gotta hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. So, you know, I researched it and I was like, okay, well, yeah, no, he didn't say anything wrong, and he shouldn't have been censored. And then he was it was reversed. Like, all that shit was reversed. But they're harping on that about how the right is always censoring people. And I'm like, where was your energy for this when people like Joe Rogan were being censored and fucking, you know, a presidential candidate got fucking deplatformed, or a former president got deplatformed for some
Fully deplatformed.
Yeah, for fucking nothing, basically, it was all based on a lie. Like, where is your energy for that? Because the thing is that they just have to show how much they hate Trump. They can't possibly have any level of nuance and say, okay, that was wrong. It was wrong to go after him for this or that, or maybe he was right on this thing here. You know, like, can't possibly admit fault or give props where props are due. And this is where we get into that black and white mentality that's plagued the political discourse and ruined political discourse and caused people like Trump to get into power and made our country a worse place to live, led to the death of Charlie Kirk, all that stuff. And it's like, but, you know, it's just like, how do you not see it? Like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to meet him in the middle, but I just, they make it harder and harder.
Yeah, well, it's just like people who, they just can't see past the whole, like, I hate using this term, but it sometimes it's true, the Trump derangement syndrome, right? Where it's just like, you know, and I mean, I was one of those people at one point, you know, and I still disagree with Trump on a lot of things, and I think that, like, hearing him talk a lot of the time, it's just, he sounds like an idiot, but it's like, I was like that with Biden too. I voted for Biden, and I didn't like it, and I was telling my family that, and they're like, well, why would you even vote for Kamala if you didn't want to, and stuff like that, and I'm like, because I didn't want to vote for Trump. And then in that moment, I'm like, well, I probably just shouldn't have voted at all. You know, because, like, I, like, every single election that I've had, it was not because I wholeheartedly wanted to vote for them, but because I didn't want to vote for the other side. And I felt like I had an obligation to, because I did not want Trump to be president. But Biden was not much better.
Yeah, well, because he had 4 years to release the files, and what did he do? Because he didn't do shit. Like, so, you know, it's you know, they're all as bad as each other. And I mean, like, the thing that really bothers me, right, is, like, the constant, like, over criticization of Trump, the constant misinformation, the constant lies and bullshit that people made up about Trump and about the things he was doing and saying and what he believed in and everything. It made it no longer cool to actually joke about Trump. Like, like, people might notice when they watch my streams that I don't harp on Trump very much on my streams. I don't specifically target him. I target Kash Patel. I target Dan Bongino and Pam Bondi, and, you know, we've clowned on Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I don't specifically talk about Trump very much because they've made it not as cool to harp on him. And it's like, it's now become almost a red flag to a lot of people. If you immediately target Trump for anything, it looks like you're the type of person that just has TDS and can't see past the most basic, like, smoke and mirror deception shit that people like CNN and BBC and stuff do. So I don't harp on Trump, like, and I'm not even willing to go out and just say straight up, I think he might be a pedophile or anything like that, or a whatever, a phoebophile or whatever the fuck they call it, or a rapist. All I can say outright, like, he was convicted with 34 felonies, which now people are totally misunderstanding. They're like, he was convicted with these 34 felonies or whatever. He got convicted of rape, and I'm like, that's not one of those felonies was rape, not a single one of those.
No.
They basically charged him for the same crime 34 times. It's 34 counts of the same crime, essentially, which was like a white-collar crime. But it's not to say that I don't think that Trump's a bad guy, or that I don't have a huge amount of disagreements with who he is and what he believes in and all that stuff. It's actually really hard to know what he does believe in, because I don't watch him. It's just like Charlie Kirk, or just like fucking Joe Biden. I don't watch their rallies. I don't watch their press conferences. I never did. I don't care. So, like, because it's just like, it's so ingrained it's at the forefront of everything. Didn't he get hit with RICO charges? I don't know what RICO charges are. But it's so ingrained in everything. It's so in front of your face all the time that it's like, I just don't find it like that interesting to talk about. So instead, I talk about some of the other people that are involved, because Ratface Patel sitting here saying there will be accountability, and then not holding fucking anybody accountable. Not that he hasn't done some things that are good, but it's like, for the most part, he like flip-flopped on everything that he said he was going to do, and I like. Fuck Kash Patel. He's a fucking rat-faced roach. I don't like that guy. Pam Bondi's a useless fucking whore as well. I don't like her either. Like, fuck, man. Like, how do you make like making fun of a dumb asshole not fun to do? Like only the left could really pull that off. That's impressive. And that's coming from somebody who's left. Like, I mean, granted, everybody and their grandma was like, you're one of those brain dead centrists who doesn't take an opinion on anything. And it's like, I'm not really a centrist either.
That's not even what centrists are.
No, centrists are usually people who have opinions that fall on both sides of the spectrum. Not people who don't have opinions, but they have opinions that fall far on either side. Like, because like in my case, like, I like guns and also abortions. I don't really give a shit. Because I like freedom. But I'm also not a libertarian, by the way. I don't like libertarians. They ruined that pretty quick. Basically, white collar charges about manipulating something big. Same with how they got members of the mafia. I looked it up, and he has an ongoing case in Georgia for voter fraud. Okay, yeah. So it was RICO charges. Yeah, that is exactly what that is. But I don't know about the ongoing case, but I mean, like, the actual case where he was convicted, where he had 34 counts of wire fraud, I think it was, or something like that.
Some little kooky.
Yeah.
But
Might
at
not
this
have been
point,
specifically
like,
wire fraud, but yeah.
Well, and it's crazy too, because like I was talking with my dad earlier, and he, I would have to watch the full video myself, but he said that there's a video of Trump talking about the Charleston shit, and he said, there's good people on both sides.
You mean the Charlottesville, not Charleston?
Yes. It's Charlottesville. And he was like, oh, there are good people on both sides. And apparently, it continues for like a minute after that with him saying, I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
Those people need to be fucking condemned. And
yeah.
I've never seen this video. And again, I was led to believe, he... Not that he was obviously like a fucking... Like, he agreed with the neo-Nazis, but like, like, basically I assumed that he was just like not wanting to... I don't know, say that it was a bad thing, not openly come out or whatever. But no, he did. And I was lied this whole fucking time. Because people don't want to fucking do research. And it's just like, I find myself wanting to distance myself from the left further and further. And I just, it sucks. It sucks,
Yeah, well, it's just like, and it's like I talked about the other day about how every group of people has its it's few bad actors that make the whole group look bad, and it's true for the left, it's true for the right. You know, and of course, like I've brought that concept up with my parents, and of course their immediate reaction is like, yeah, but the right's worse. It's like, fuck, Jesus Christ. Like
every single time.
If you think it's if you think it's that the right is worse, it's because you're the bad actor on the left, right? Like that's what that is. You're literally just proving me right, but not in the way you think. So yeah, it like I don't want to associate with a lot of people who spread a lot of that misinformation. And the Charlottesville thing is hilarious because my parents regurgitated that one for so long, and I shut it down and shut it down and shut it down. And I finally was like, fuck, I'll bring up the full clip. So I finally brought up the full clip and quoted it verbatim and said the whole thing. And I was like, he straight up said, fuck these guys, they're bad people, you know, but not everybody. And again, we know that with the Charlottesville shit, there were people who were peacefully protesting, and then there were this weird group that kind of like came out of nowhere and started doing violent things while blending in with the crowd, with the protesters, and it was really weird. It felt organized in the sense that they were trying to make one side look worse than they were. But you can't say shit like that because it's tinfoil hat. You're suddenly Alex Jones because you think maybe something wasn't quite what it seemed, or something seemed a little bit suspicious or whatever. But anyways, like even like I think like 2 weeks ago or something, my stepdad brought up that quote at dinner again, and he had to stop himself partway through and be like, I know it was debunked. You know, he's trying to like he knew that I was going to say some shit about it. So he had to like, you know, try to calm me down, but he wanted to joke about it anyways. And like the thing is that when you continually joke about something that was just misrepresented in the first place, like jokes are one thing, that's fine, but you end up making it look like you're trying to spread that as still the actual narrative when it's not. And
it was proven false, like beyond the question of a doubt.
Yeah, and you make yourself look like an asshole. And you make your side look like an asshole. And this is why I don't target Trump so much. I just I just kind of do my thing and talk about other people, because anything I say is going to immediately be met with like, because you remember on our big, you know, streaming event for our 100th episode, we had that guy come in and immediately think I was talking about Trump, and I hadn't even mentioned Trump. He's not in any of the titles of any of the videos. He's not in the fucking descriptions of any of the videos. Guy came into the YouTube chat, was just going off about Trump and saying like, oh, well, you just hate Trump, you're just a blind hater or whatever. Eventually we kind of like convinced him that wasn't really what was going on, mainly by making fun of him.
Throats like the second they think it's about a specific topic when it's not.
Yeah, like if like the thing is that I'm not going to sit here and say Trump is hiding the files because he's in them necessarily, because it may not even be the case. It could be that he's hiding the files because he doesn't want someone he cares about that's in the files to get outed or something. Either way, that makes him a shitty person. But I'm not going to sit here and say he's necessarily a pedophile. He's someone that's in the files that did a bunch of horrible things. At the end of the day, the files need to come out, and we'll see what happens once they do. Because I mean, Asmongold has talked about how it's not going to satisfy anybody, right? Like, on the one hand, it's like, you know, nobody's going to be satisfied because they're going to look at the files, and if a name they expect to be in there isn't in there, they're going to be pissed off. And they're going to be like, oh, this is a lie, this is bullshit, they're going to throw it out. But they need to be released anyways, right? And he never gets to that point in his videos that I've seen. He never gets to that part where he says, but they still need to come out. Like, he does say it in other areas, but not when he's saying it's not going to make anyone happy. But they need to come out because then we can scour through them on the internet and find out what happened. If if fucking 4chan can find the Antifa bike lock bandit, what the FBI couldn't, I'm sure.
Which is wild.
Yeah, I'm sure that the world can figure out whether the files are faked or not. Remember when the Jeffrey Epstein prison cell video came out and everybody debunked it? This is why they need to be public, because we'll figure it out. We'll find, like, it's like anytime somebody posts something online and they're like, I don't know if this is AI or not, I'm like, here's why it is, because I know I have an eye for those specific things. So like when it comes to AI, like I'm on that shit all the time, every time. I all over Twitter calling people clankers, or clanker lovers, or bolt breath or whatever.
I
Yeah.
hate them.
I fucking hate clankers.
Get them
out. Even Paul Tassi hates clankers, and I hate that guy. So, but he knows what's up.
It's just crazy. Oh.
Yeah, fuck clankers, man.
Clankers.
Also, thanks for the follow, Shadowmaster. Yeah, I'll add you on Discord at some point. Probably after the stream here. But yeah, I want discourse to go back to where it had been, of like people being allowed to disagree with one another. I haven't mentioned this yet. I wanted to talk about this because it's something that came across my notifications, and I was very shocked by it. So a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in forever added me to a private group on Facebook with a bunch of other people in there called Alberta Crossroads. And it's talking about how Alberta is at a crossroads where, discussion has been silenced, and there's a lot of problems with discourse in the country right now, and in Alberta specifically.
Yeah.
And like, what I thought was really interesting. So I'm gonna bring it up here on my screen because I want to. I'm not gonna show it, but because I don't want to dox anybody. But I'm gonna read it out verbatim so I don't get anything wrong. And there's specifically something in here I want to talk about. So it says, Crossroads represents transformations, change and transition. We are currently at a crossroad in this province and across this country. Canada is challenged with dialogue only going one direction. Unfortunately, we see this everywhere on our streets, our university campuses, and in our institutions. As a result, many voices have gone unheard. As an example, studies show that 47% of Canadian students feel afraid to share their true opinions and beliefs. We cannot say we live in a democracy and allow for this to happen. Today, Canada is at a real crossroad, and we are searching for people who want to champion the mission of freedom of expression and open dialogue, starting with our youth. So we cannot say we live in a democracy and allow for this to happen. This is the one statement there that I actually have an issue with. Like, I agree that we're at a very odd point with freedom of speech right now and freedom of expression in Canada and in the world. But democracy is the reason why we don't have that open expression anymore. Democracy is the problem. Exactly, because the mob has decided they want to silence anyone who disagrees with them on any point. They want, because they don't want to argue. They don't like conflict. They don't want to argue. So what they do is they find ways to silence you by calling you a racist or a sexist or whatever it is, and prevent you from having a voice in the first place, or a Nazi. And prevent you from having a voice in the first place, so they don't have to argue with you. It's fear of conflict, it's laziness, and it's dishonesty. It's a way to control people. If you silence the truth, if you reduce how much people are allowed to speak out, you end up having a much dumber populace that's much easier to oppress. And you see it in the way that they talk about how we need to cancel this person. We need to cancel that person. Be on the right side of history. Stuff like that. I mean, you see this kind of thing everywhere. There was another specific example I was going to give. Because it's people... let me backtrack 1 second here. I lost my train of thought. People saying, like... So they want to take away your ability to speak out. Right, so it's people always say freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences, which is wrong. It's freedom from legal consequences. Sure, you could berate or belittle somebody because they said something you didn't like. So there's the court of public opinion, and that's where the democracy part comes in, because the court of public opinion has no checks and balances like the legal system does, or like the election system does. There's no checks and balances. It's just the court of public opinion. And if everybody's going one way, you're gonna feel obligated to want to follow, because otherwise you're gonna get trampled. And some people will fight back, but eventually some people will just get too tired of having to fight back, so they just go with the crowd. And the crowd doesn't want you to fight back. So
No.
and I use fight here, but it's not, it shouldn't have to be a fight. You should be able to just express yourself openly and not have fear that you're going to be, ostracized from society for doing so. And you should be able to speak your mind and not be afraid that someone disagreeing with you is automatically going to result in a fight or result in them calling you a bunch of names and stuff. Like it goes both ways. You have to be accepting of other people's stances because they got to those positions for a reason. They got to that perception of the world somehow. So if you don't take the time to understand it and instead just silence it because you don't understand it or silence it because you don't like it, you end up radicalizing people and you get the problems we have now. It needs to stop.
Yeah. It's just incredibly dangerous, and we've seen the consequences of it firsthand in this country, and I mean also I guess in Canada too.
Yeah.
Since I'm not in Canada, I can't really speak on that, but I mean, I think you've lived there long enough to know.
Canada's not always the best place, sadly.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing too, because like I was telling, I told my family about the Count Dankula situation, because I was like, even though I'm not always the most patriotic person, the second somebody fucking tries to talk shit about America, I'm like, yeah, well, I can say stuff without having to fucking worry about going to jail. As long as I'm not, inciting violence or whatever, which I don't. I don't incite violence. Because
it's wrong. It is evil, and nobody's for that. Nobody should be for that. I'm always wary of anybody who's like, punch this person or these people should be fucking killed or those people should be, because like I used to make edgy jokes like that, but that was back when edgy jokes were edgy jokes and not and not referencing real things that were constantly happening around, like people being shot in the neck and then everybody fucking making fun of it. Like, I also wanted to talk about, because something else that I find baffling is so there is I guess what was it? It was like a Black Indie Game Awards show or something. Yeah, something like that. And there's people who are like, "That's weird. That probably shouldn't be a thing. That's fucking weird." And people are like, "Oh, these racists, they just can't handle even seeing one black person in anything. They just immediately get triggered." And I'm like, bro, if I said I'm going to host a whites-only indie game awards show, how quickly would people try to bomb my house? I think pretty quickly.
Yeah, because it's weird, and it's weird in both ways.
And not to speak for the dead, but I'm going to tell you, Martin Luther King Jr., a person I personally look up to, and I think more people should, he wouldn't like it either.
No.
But to speak for somebody who's still alive, Morgan Freeman wouldn't like it either. Morgan Freeman is vehemently against blacks only anything. Why? Because it's segregation. It sows divide. It doesn't heal it.
It's like, bad.
Bro, what the fuck? Terrible. Yeah.
It's just laughable at this point.
I can't picture if you were to do the opposite, right? And be like, a whites only game awards show. Yeah, sure, that's gonna go over well. Yeah, I'm sure people will really fucking love tuning in for that. That's definitely. I mean, certainly some people would. I'm sure they would. Not people I'd want watching my shit.
Not people I'd want to fucking associate with.
Unless they were doing it ironically, right? Like if they were watching it, like hate watching it or something, because they're watching it because they think it would be funny. I could fuck with that because it is supposed to be like funny. It's supposed to be. I would be taking the piss out of something really stupid, but like because it's kind of like Jonathan Pye doing a Nazi salute and quoting Hitler and shit, and doing a goose step in front of a courthouse in
He's like,
Scotland.
oh, I'm fucking the Queen of England.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant.
I need to watch that clip again. That shit's so
Oh
funny.
god, Jonathan Pye is hilarious. Very funny. Like I'm honestly surprised he doesn't like work for The Onion or something, because he's got the same level of really biting, really sharp humor. Kind of like when The Onion wrote that article about the owner of the Redskins, and we're using a bunch of like anti-Semitic slurs for him. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Didn't they call him a shifty-eyed
Hebe.
Yeah, I don't know if that was allowed on Twitch.
I don't
but-
fucking know. I don't have enough traction on here for anyone to fucking pay attention. So if I get canceled for that, fine. But like, kind of doubt it.
Just know we do love the Jews here.
Yeah, shout out to my homie Barry. The darker the berry, the sweeter the Jew.
What an icon! I haven't met him at all, but what an icon.
Oh, you'd get along with him. He's a very funny guy. Very chill. He showed me this fucking movie years ago, and I don't remember the name of it. And we never got to finish it because I had to go. But I really want to know what it was. It was called. Cause I do want to actually watch it at some point. It had a weird name too. It's hard to remember.
Do you remember what like, genre it was or anything like that?
It was an action film, but it was very surrealist. It was, I want to say, Japanese or Korean. Very, very, like, it had kind of a Dick Tracy color palette. It was fucking out there, and I was loving it. It was super cool. It kind of had some Kung Fu Hustle vibes, but like with like 40s gangsters, New York gangsters. Like, it was fucking cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was so sick. Like, I really do need to find that movie and actually finish watching it. But yeah, no, I'm like, it's crazy because I think about like kind of the situation that I'm in, and like, I'm stuck at home. I don't have any really of my own freedom. I can't really do a whole lot, and my mental health is not great, and it's up and down a lot, and I can't even discuss, like, I live with my family, and I try to avoid talking politics with them as much as possible, which has gotten harder since I started doing a protest stream every day. Because I have to be up to date with politics and shit. I have to know what's going on a little more than I normally would, and it's what's filling up a large part of my day, so I do talk about it more. And it was already hard before because like every interaction with my parents is like always goes back to Trump somehow. And I'm not exaggerating. It's like I see my parents twice a day, effectively, sometimes 3 times a day, in the morning and the evening, and sometimes around lunchtime. And it's like every single fucking interaction, in the morning and the evening especially, it's like we'll talk, and then anything we talk about will somehow link back to Trump every time. And it was already a headache, and now it's worse because I'm doing a protest stream. But I can't talk about this stuff. Like, I usually just have to sit there and listen, because they'll either be spouting some bullshit at me that's not true, and I haven't done research to fucking debunk it yet, so I don't have any way to comment on it. I just have to sit there and listen to it because of that, or they're saying something that I disagree with, and I don't want to start a fight, so I don't say anything. Like what happened this morning. I spoke and it caused problems. So, I can't talk with them about political stuff. But I also, like, my family, I can't show them my art. I can't talk about my passions, my hobbies, my interests, because they don't care about any of them. They don't like any of them. They can't participate in most of them. so it's like I'm in this. I've been trapped in this awkward situation where, on the one hand, they don't give a fuck about the things that I actually care about and do for fun or anything like that. But on the other hand, the things that they care about, that we align on talking about things, we disagree on some things. So it causes a fight. So I can't talk about that either. And it's like, God damn. And people wonder why people get so radicalized, and I don't think I'm at risk of that. I'm sure everybody who's been radicalized probably doesn't think they're at risk of it. I don't know, or doesn't see themselves as a radical, anyways. But I think I've got the resilience to be okay mentally, and I'll get through it. But I'm just like, fuck, man. I don't want to relate to people who do become radicalized. I don't want to feel what they felt and go through what they've been through. I don't want to feel like I can't talk or be accepted by the people around me. Instead, I just feel like I'm constantly at odds with everyone, and nobody, like, people here just do not give a fuck about how I view the world, what I think about things, what I like about the world, or what I like doing, what I want to do, how I'm doing. It never anything about that. It's never. They don't give a fuck. All it is everything relates back to Trump, and we don't even live in the fucking country. Like, like I can't escape this shit, man. It sucks. Stupid. I'm smiling, but it's smiling through pain.
Yeah, well, it's just like, you would think it's fucking just, it would be exhausting talking about someone that you hate all the time.
Oh, God, yeah. If I talked about our former guildmaster every day, I would be tired of it. Like, for the first little while afterwards, of course we talked about it, because it was 2 years of our life that was robbed from us in the blink of an eye because of some raging lesbian. But, let's be honest. Well, partially. I mean, there were more pieces of the puzzle, but that was the big, like, catalyst. But... So yeah, for the first little while after that, we did talk about it all the time, but we talked about it with each other, and we we were all trying to cope together, and we coped as a group, and we got over it. And yeah, we still bring him up from time to time, but I can't. I'm not going to sit here and relate everything back to him.
No.
Why bother? I would just get tired of it, and I did get tired of it, so I just strayed away from it. It's like I don't still talk about Veilguard all the time. Like, I talk about it sometimes. I don't talk about Other M every day. I talk about it when it's relevant. Like, with the current situation right now, people talk about, people defending Metroid Prime 4. And people defended Other M, back in the day. And there's still people that kind of do. But it's become okay to hate Other M now. It wasn't okay to hate Other M when it first came out. Everyone was like, you just accept it. Just shovel the slop. That was before tourist was a word. That was before... not a word, but before it was being used in that context. but it was before, like, gaming was even mainstream. So, but you weren't allowed to fucking hate Other M back then. You weren't allowed to criticize that shit. Because people wanted games to be more cinematic. Because it was finally being recognized as art. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. I'm like the most pretentious fucking artist, symbolism, fucking writing type on the planet, and I don't want games to be art. They already are art. They've always been art. They don't have to have cinematic fucking cutscenes directed by fucking Michael Bay and Christopher Nolan in order to be art. I don't need Samus going, looking at this disgusting beast, I felt like it was feeding on my power as well. Like, I don't need that to make the game better.
Your fucking pose when you said art is so funny.
Yeah, right? Art. His face off. That's art. Anyways, someone asked on the Kick chat, you're walking in the woods and you come face to face with a silverback gorilla. How are you beating him in hand-to-hand combat? I would have a gun. I don't know, like, why would I be walking in the woods where there are silverback gorillas abound and I wouldn't have a gun?
You're walking alone in the forest. There's no one around, and your phone is dead.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see him.
Bought it.
Gorilla.
It's a gorilla.
Megala gorilla for sale.
We got a gorilla for sale. A gorilla for sale.
For sale.
For sale.
Bullshit, man.
Awesome. I would have fun.
Yeah, I'd have a gun. I'd have a gun or a flamethrower.
Oh.
I don't like. Why would I ever?
It's like that movie Congo.
He laughs at your
There's a
human gun and pulls out a gorilla gun. If he doesn't pull out a monkey gun from Timesplitters Future Perfect, he's not a real gorilla.
It's got bananas coming out of it.
No. The monkey gun. The monkey gun from Timesplitters Future Perfect it fires the whole clip, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
Then offers you the chance for hand-to-hand combat again.
It can speak English?
I guess it can speak English. That's pretty impressive.
Who is this person with their fucking hypotheticals?
It's very salva coded.
Zach Hayden? Like,
Zach is watching the stream right now.
He's
gonna be huge. Of course, it does. What kind of question is that? Well, I think it's a reasonable one. How am I beating a silverback gorilla in hand-to-hand combat? Well, I'm probably gonna go for the eyes. I mean, what else are you supposed to do, right? Like, I'm gonna die anyways. I might as well try to kick him in the nuts and poke out his eyes at the same time.
They go for his monkey balls.
Yeah. Go for the mutt nuts. You know what I'm saying? Ape nuts, grape nuts.
Arby's gorilla nuts.
Now on the value meal, on the value menu. No, I don't think I have.
Oh my god! So Arby's was selling like, I guess like
Double
they're
leg
like
takedown? I don't know if I
nuggets.
can pull that.
They're like chicken nuggets, but they're like steak nuggets, and someone edited it to say Arby's grilled gorilla nuts.
Arby's grilled. That's great.
I'm like,
It's like that person who cut out. They took a Butterfinger box and they cut out the at the end of butter and they put it at the end, so it just says butt-fingerer. Brilliant, fucking genius.
I want to put this in BC Texas. It's like,
Footwork, bruh. Yeah, I don't know if I've got the footwork anymore. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't walk around enough. Grilled gorilla nuts.
Sting like a grilled gorilla nut. Oh nah, Arby's be selling anything now, huh?
Hello, Cottonmouth Leaf. That's an interesting name.
What, do you got cottonmouths from eating leaves?
I think you would have to at that point. Like if you're eating leaves, you're gonna be dried up.
Dried up.
How's the night going? Well, it's going okay. We just finished our DOJ raid. Or at least I did, because I'm the only one in game, but able to be in game right now. But now we're just talking because I have work to do, but I kind of don't want to spoil the upcoming thing I'm revealing on stream right now, so I'm just kind of chilling and talking about politics and my weird living situation and my dog's sweater. You could hear his tail thumping in the background.
I heard that. Good boy.
Hi, best buddy. Oh, hi. Hello. Yes, I love you too, buddy. Oh, he just muted everything. Am I a liberal? I am not a liberal. Actually, if I'm completely honest with you, I don't really know what I would define a liberal as in the modern era, because it seems like there's so many purity tests for being a liberal now that I couldn't define it without pissing somebody, like half of them off.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
I said you would probably not pass the test.
No, probably not. No.
Because you're pro gun. You're pro gun. It's over. It's over. Everything else down the drain. If you're pro gun, get out.
Yeah, exactly. And I am pro gun, so like I that's the thing. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to be a liberal. I'm not allowed to be on the left.
In this late stage capitalist society, bottom dead.
In this late stage capitalist society.
I love that term. It's so
dude, late stage capitalism always cracks me up because I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, bro,
what are you talking about?
You have no idea what anything is.
Socialism? You'd rather die from fucking hunger because of socialism? Because socialism and communism have probably killed more people than the fucking Holocaust did?
Oh yeah,
as in it did.
Horrifying, horrifying shit.
Yeah. yeah, no offense, y'all. Communism will never work because humans are inherently greedy because we're animals
Yep.
and we're
Because
smart
it's
animals.
survivalism.
Exactly.
It's like it's literally what it is. Like, but capitalism makes people greedy. No, it doesn't. The greed is survivalism. We're just trying to look out for number one. You know, number one is me.
Which is important. Really important.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Cottonmouth Leaf.
Are these follows on Kick?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, there we go.
I gotta set up stream alerts for Kick because I'm new to Kick, so I have to get everything working for it still. But
I guess I gotta make a Kick account too now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kick you in the account.
Whoa! Ow! Right in the account?
I like how I'm sitting here shitting on leftists and liberals and stuff, and I'm wearing a Pink Floyd shirt, which just feels very odd. It feels very weird.
Pretty great. But yeah, kick me in the account, but without the O.
Kick me in the cunt.
Yeah.
Cottonmouth Leaf boobs. Why did that trigger you? Was it just because I adjusted my webcam? You thought I was getting up? Is that it? You want to go molest people downstairs? Is that what it is? Yeah. I see that look on your face. I know what you're about, doggo. Okay, alright. Buddy, you're so cute. Oh, buddy, I love you. I fucking love Pink Floyd, dude. I've been listening to Pink Floyd forever. Them and like Zeppelin. And I'm a big metalhead these days. No surprise there. But I need to get I'm always expanding my music selection. But people would never guess my favorite band is the Gorillaz. Like that's always been kind of funny. Just like people see me with the long hair and I'm wearing like usually pretty dark clothes. I got my rings and my bracelets and shit, and people, oh, it's a metalhead. My favorite band is the Gorillaz. I don't fucking know, dude. I've always liked Damon Albarn.
He's awesome. Oh shit! At 6 p.m., Senate passes bill to force release of Epstein files, sending it to President Trump's desk for signature.
Hell yeah, that is a step in the right direction.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it is kind of crazy too, because like Trump did like a 180. So, I'll take it. If he's at least gonna fucking do it, just do it. Just do it.
Well, and it's like people are saying, like with Trump, like saying, yeah, I'd be supporting them voting for releasing the files. That's fine, but he's like, he could just release the files. He doesn't have to wait for a vote. But I think it's I'm not sure what the tactic is here, but honestly, I don't care. Like as long as we get to a point where we can actually start punishing some of the people involved, because ultimately, Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein being the only ones to go down for this giant human trafficking ring is fucking egregious. Like that's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? There's way more people involved who did horrible things. Like we can't and I don't even care who it is. Like I don't care what people were involved. I just want to know. And start holding them accountable, because we can't let shit like this go on.
What if he's in the Epstein files? Yeah, fucking burn him too.
Yeah,
like this isn't about right. Like that's irrelevant, honestly.
I think Prince Andrew's probably in the files. I would assume that he's probably one of them.
I mean, very very obviously.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that interview?
I should mention if you're new here, we are doing a giveaway. I haven't posted it on Kick. I probably should have done that. Shit. I'll post it. I'll post a link to the giveaway in chat so people can actually enter. Because I do want people to have a chance to win a copy of The Last Faith on Steam, which I'm giving away because I got a free copy of it a year ago, and they're also adding a free DLC. So I'm like, I already got the game for free, and you're gonna give me the DLC for free too. You know what? I'm just gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna buy it so I can support the devs. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in all the stream chats for people.
Yeah.
I don't earn anything by doing this. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything like that. I just
would be
want
cool.
to help them out. So
Yeah, it's awesome. And what the giveaway's in 5 days?
yeah, and actually the giveaway ends on the day that Timesplitters Rewind comes out, which I think is hilarious.
Hey! Oh, that's gonna be so exciting to see you stream that.
Oh, I've got to play that on stream. I've got to. I'm
Oh, please.
so excited. Well, YouTube chat is. I think. Did YouTube chat get it? I think YouTube chat got it. I don't know. Let me double check. I don't like going into the fucking. I don't like going on YouTube. It's my main platform, and I don't like going on it. There we go. It's in the chat there too. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I did see the interview with Prince Andrew about like, it was like, well, why did you stay at his house so much? It was a convenient place to stay.
Convenient place to stay is so bad. And the thing is, so back when I like, so I want to preface this. I was never like a huge fan of Hassan, but I did watch him react to true crime videos because I thought his reactions were kind of funny. And one of the things he reacted to was JCS, or Jim Can't Swim, one of his Patreon videos, which was basically a full breakdown of because like what this channel does, JCS, they basically like take interrogation footage and they break down like interrogation techniques and like body language of perpetrators, that kind of thing. So basically like he was like pointing out during this because he went through like basically the full like interview with him, and there are points where you can tell that he is lying and he is telling the truth because his demeanor completely fucking changes. And it's like when they ask him about something and something was actually not true, he was like, oh no, that didn't happen, it was blah, 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 this. But then when something was probably like, he was obviously lying, he got really fucking shifty and uncomfortable. And yeah, no wonder he got fucking basically kicked out of the royal family because holy shit, it was
guilty written all over him for sure.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, no, it's a nightmare. Like just how deep it runs. That's why I want to deal with it and get these people punished and dealt with, so they're just out of the society. I'm sick of this shit, man. It's crazy that because like you have QAnon going from, well, I think the world it might be run by some really powerful pedophiles to the like going way off the deep end with some crazy cult shit. But I feel like it almost feels programmed. Like it almost feels like there was people who had a crazy conspiracy theory that was right, and then they got like infiltrated and turned into like a psychotic, delusional cult that just invalidated everything else that they ever said or stood for. And I'm like, that feels engineered. Like that doesn't feel like it just was like these people were just crazy anyways. It felt so out of place. I was so nuts. I was nuts. I was so like blown away by how nuts it was. All right. Well, I am going to go get back to work, I think. I have shit to do. And so we will be back tomorrow to raid the DOJ again. I don't know if Cass will be... do you know if you'll be on in-game tomorrow, or is it just going to be me again?
So, I don't have enough space to have both Warframe and Payday 2 on my laptop, unfortunately.
That's totally fine.
So, I'm trying to figure out, like... Because my download times here are pretty great, so maybe I can, like, alternate which days I'm on which game, but...
Okay.
Just because, like, I really don't want to miss out on raids, and... I mean... It's just rough, So...
Yeah, I get you.
I'll figure something out.
It's fine. Like, we'll figure it out. Either way, we'll be here tomorrow. I'll be raiding the DOJ at the very least. And we got the model reveal for Cass really soon. You can see it on screen right now. Is the silhouette of it with some of the emissive textures? Because yep, I like
So
showing
cool.
those off. They're really cool. So
I
yeah,
think you guys are gonna like it.
yeah, the video's coming real soon on that. Well, I'm really excited to reveal that model. It's probably my best work yet. Well, probably it's definitely my best work yet. So. Come back tomorrow. Be sure to enter the giveaway. We got a giveaway down. You can see it in the Twitch description. It's also on our Twitter. Over at Black Blaze E on Twitter. Our handle is Release the Files right now, but yeah, go enter the giveaway. It ends on Sunday in 5 days, so you got time, and you can get multiple entries. And I was trying to set up some other entry ways, but the one I wanted to use doesn't work for some reason.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I was really annoyed by that, but it's whatever. Yeah, so come back, and I'll be doing more streams and stuff too. I do want to stream. I might stream some of the game I'm giving away on stream, The Last Faith, because it is really good and it's really beautiful. Like great artwork. And Sunday, Timesplitters Rewind is coming out. I gotta stream it. I gotta show it off. I've been waiting for that game for 10 years, easy. Longer if you just count how long I've been wanting another Timesplitters game in the first place. I grew up with that shit. But yeah, so come back tomorrow and join the giveaway, and we will see you then. Thank you all so much for joining us. And my dog Lothric, who says hi. Hi, buddy.
He's a good boy. He's the
He's a
best
good
of
boy.
us.